I will be driving in this lot.
Private property.
I'm not allowed to drive through here.
If they don't want you here, then no.
It is because of the information against my human rights.
my
You're going to get a lawsuit.
I
got your badge numbers.
Yeah, 1067 Constable Kelly.
Lawsuit. You're going to lose your jobs. Absolutely. I'm not leaving this parking lot. Okay. I'm not.
They don't want you.
Well, that's too bad. I don't want the Hispanics here.
But you don't.
I don't want any blacks here because they're wearing red shirts.
But you don't work.
What's the matter with you guys? You're going against my human rights. You know that, pal?
Physics and logic on a level supreme. It's a curved reality, splitting flerf dreams.
Hey folks, how's it going? Curious UK here once again. I'm covering Mikey again. On the weekend, Mikey was out doing his activism that he likes to claim it is, trying and pretty much standing around with his car with all his billboards on it and holding a sign and thinking he's doing something great. Unfortunately, this time he happened to be at a place where like there had been an event going on. He was talking to a bunch of different people, and the security came up and asked him to leave. They don't want him there. They didn't want where he was parked. He was just parked up on the side of the sidewalk, not in a parking spot. And they just said they've dealt with him previous years and they just don't want him there harassing people. And unfortunately, Mikey, being Mikey, kicked off, thinks he knows the law, thinks he knows his human rights better than anybody else in the entire country of Canada. And because he has a Canadian Charter of Rights, a copy of it in the back of his car. Unfortunately, I don't think he actually comprehends what he reads. I think he reads it and it doesn't, and then, like he does with the flat earth, he twists it to fit whatever narrative he wants to have, that he can have his way. And yes, as you see in the clip at the very beginning here, Mikey went there, showing his true colors. Not good. So let's get into it here. Now, a lot of people I've seen, like Whatcast kind of touched on this a little bit. I was in the chat there kind of aiming him, but he wasn't really interested. I've seen quite a few people refer to this, but I don't think anybody's actually quite covered this whole incident that I have seen myself. So I'm going to cover it. Now, I did clip out little bits kind of in between. I'm focusing just mainly on his run-in with the security and his run-in and his reaction to the police, and then also his bit of a ranting and stuff like that afterwards. So we get into that. I'll break it down. I'll throw in my little 2 cents here and there. Well, actually, I tend to ramble, so it probably more like 10 cents. But, you know, I'll try to keep it short as possible. But let's get into it and have some fun. Watch Mikey crash out at the police and thinks he knows better and claim he's going to sue the city of Regina. We know how well that went when he tried to sue the CSA, don't we?
And here's one. You think there's a core. Why is the bottom of the ocean cold?
Hi, sir.
Hot level core.
You're going to have to move your vehicle and move on.
There's no parking signs.
It doesn't matter. I'm telling you now to leave. No, you'll be removed by the police. Do you have written consent?
I parked there for 3 years.
Do you have written permission? I know we have problems with you all the time.
Oh, I do know. I know my rights.
Okay, we'll call the police then. Thank you very much.
How? You guys don't even know your rights. You guys don't even know your rights.
This is private property.
Please phone the police, please.
Yeah, it's trespassing because now I told you to leave, so now you get a trespassing.
Dude, be something else.
Quite funny, all the people that he thinks he's debating there, and pretty much just he was getting cooked the whole entire time. And then when security came up and told him that he can't park there, and then asked him to leave, everybody started clapping. I thought that was quite funny that nobody actually wants him there, Mikey. Nobody wants you there. Like, they were talking to you for their own entertainment because they thought it was funny to listen to all the derpy bullshit you're talking. But yeah, in the end, nobody wants you there, Mikey. They're not actually all that interested. If you weren't there, it'd probably make their day better.
Wait, I'm going to get her name.
Trespassing.
What was your name again? I'm going to contact the mayor. Cool.
Have a good day.
This is
sir.
a public parking lot.
And I've told you it's not public. It's real.
It's public parking.
It's not public parking.
Actually, it is. Thank you.
Go look up your things.
No, I know my rights. I know my rights.
Okay, I'll show you your rights. We call the police.
I go park right over there, no problem. Every year. Every year.
And every year we tell you to move.
Nobody's ever told me to move from there.
See ya.
Mikey, I think you need to do a bit of research there, because that is a private property, private parking lot. Now, they allow access to the public to do for the different events and different things are going on, but the security or the management of the site retain the right, because it is private property that they own, to say who can and cannot be on there. If you don't want you, they don't want you there because you're causing problems, then you're not allowed to be there. Now you can contact the mayor all you like, and all the mayor is going to tell you is pretty much the same thing that security told you. It's private property. They have the right to say who can't be there, and they have a right to ban who they want off their property because they own it. I know it's in it, and they pay their property taxes and probably pay a lot. So yeah, compared to some guy who just lives on benefits like you, Mikey, the mayor's going to take the side of the people who probably help fund things into the city. Dude, just, you're making a show of yourself, honestly. You really are. And I don't think you know your rights. You just think you know your rights, as how you interpret it to fit your bias.
So why do you?
Hold on, guys. I gotta get this.
Why do you believe they're in this flat?
I don't believe it. I know it.
Why do you know?
Just let me. I can't see what direction this is facing. There. I'm just gonna get this lady's license plate number. Just gonna get this lady's license plate number here. She thinks she's gonna kick me out of here. That's hilarious. I'm just gonna go park over there where I have the right to park.
No, Mikey, you no longer have the right to park there. See, the management, or the managing company, or the security have asked you to leave the premises. Your right to be there has now been revoked. You have to leave. If you don't, then the police can come and make you leave. And if you still refuse, you spend a night, some time in the old county, Monty County lockup there. So, dude, just go.
You've tried this many times and you never win. I know my rights. I'm sorry that this bothers you.
Hold on, didn't Mikey say that nobody has ever told him to leave? Now he's just said they've tried this many times. Mikey, what is it? Nobody's ever told you to leave, or they've told you to leave many times? Dude, you already contradicted yourself in the span of like 5 minutes. It's not a good look.
Exactly, I know it is. Thank you. That bothers you so much, doesn't it? I'll see you over there. It's absolutely hilarious. I'm just gonna go park over there. Have fun paying taxes.
Mikey, you fucking bellend. You do realize those people's taxes pay for your disability, right? You don't realize that. You used to pay taxes because you claim how you used to be a long-haul truck driver and an Uber driver and worked for a little while, and now you've gone on to disability and you're reaping federal funds. Well, guess where there's federal funds? Not federal money, provincial money, that stuff for disability that you get, that you can buy your stupid binoculars that you're not going to do anything better than show the same shit because you don't know how to fucking use them. Where you can buy your, your new car that you have, new to you, older car. How you can afford to do all the shit you do. Dude, it's because people pay taxes. That's where that money comes from. So you telling people not to pay taxes means you don't get the money you're so feel entitled to have. Wow, dude, it's like talking about fucking shooting yourself in your own foot. Like, that's just stupid and ridiculous. Wow, dude, you're such a fucking dumbass.
This guy's a piece of rat shit behind me. This guy right here in the hat, he's a piece of rat shit. Private property. Our taxes pay for this. Thank you very much.
Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that, Mikey? Citation needed. Prove that the taxes paid for that, and it wasn't done through some sort of like company or government or some sort of funding or a company that's actually invested into it and they actually pay taxes. If it's private property, it's not funded by the government. If their taxes don't pay for it, it's the money is brought in through the different events and stuff that's that the landowners and the company that owns that they generate through different things that they do. They sell that time and that money is covered, and it's through the profits they make that it's probably how that place is paid for, not your taxes.
We've already dealt with this. Okay, we're just gonna go park over here where I know I can park. Fuck the people. Oh, they're gonna get a huge letter from me. The police won't move me. They never have. Lot full. I don't care. It's good. I'm not parking. All right, guys. We'll just park right here.
How's today going?
Not too good right now. They're trying to kick me out of here.
Why?
Because they don't like the information. I have every right to be here.
Mikey, it's absolutely nothing to do with your information. It's the fact that you're harassing patrons and the people around there, and they don't want you there because you're not actually bringing any kind of value to the area. All you're doing is harassing people and causing problems. They don't give a fuck about Flat Earth, because Flat Earth's just a joke anyways.
I've been here, this 3 years in a row.
Have some fun.
Yeah, right on. Thank you, sir. Have a good one. I've been here 3 years in a row. I've been here 3 years in a row, ma'am. They have never kicked me out of here. 3 years in a row.
Alright, I'm just calling bullshit on that. Mikey gets kicked out of all sorts of places. He gets told to move on. And he has his own and bitch and makes loads of threats and then moves on and pretends like it never happened. So I'm going to say probably they've kicked him out of there before, like the lady said, and they'll do it again. Watch what happens here.
Just because you don't like the information. Yeah, I'm so... You phone the police, I would love it.
The funny thing is, if Mikey had stopped flapping his gums for a few minutes when the lady first rolled up and he beaked off at her, he realized that she's already on the phone to the police. She's already phoned the cops, she's just waiting for them to show up.
How's the stream here going, guys? Riel owns public property in Regina. Oops, we're offline, try again. Riel bought public property exhibition grounds.
Hold on, that Mikey said he knew the rights, he knew that this is public land and he knew everything already. So why is he now doing research now? I guess Mikey was lying. Oh no, Mikey, lying. No, can't be. So now he's decided to do research after he's told lady he already knows his rights and knows his public land. Oh dear Mikey, you should have done this shit before you started beaking off at security.
Yeah, so what, several public properties and buildings on...
Oh no, seems like Mikey has gotten information that he doesn't like. And the lady was right that the fact is that Rio does own that property. Oh dear. What's Mikey going to do with this new information that he has now learned something new and that he was wrong? Will he accept it and move on? Or will he pretend like it doesn't exist? What do you think? Comment down below.
Riel exhibition grounds is still public.
Are you still streaming?
Yeah, of course.
So what's the understanding of the word?
What's, is there a... Did I spell, is real the same as real? I don't know. How do you pronounce the shit and crapping? Still waiting for the police, by the way. Is the Riel exhibition grounds public? While it is public access, depends on whether an event is happening. Yeah, this is just mosaic, who cares? Event days, May venues, Brent Center, yeah, non-event. The grounds serve as a public community hub. Is open to everybody to enjoy. Public, public, public. That's all I see is public. All I see is public.
Oh, Mikey, I know what you're doing. You're cherry picking what you want to think you see, but you're wrong. You see, it's not pronounced real, it's pronounced real. And I know it's hard, this reading thing, 4-letter words, really hard for you, aren't they? I know a guy in his 50s can't read the word R-E-A-L, real. Yeah, dude, it's not public. You see, even though I'm 6,000 miles away, I can do research too. The thing is, unlike you, I'm actually, well, a lot better than you are. So, let's check it out. The Real District in Regina is currently undergoing a massive transfer ownership, previously owned by City of Regina and operated by not-for-profit Regional Expedition Association Limited, REAL. Regina City Council approved the sale of 9 major assets within a 100-acre campus to private corporation Brant Sports Entertainment. The property's ownership status is currently divided. Buildings sold to private owners Brant. As a result of a City Council vote, Brant Properties officially acquired several of the central venues in the campus. Private facilities on the grounds now include Brant Centre, Indoor Arena, Queensbury Convention Centre, Canada Centre Building, EGX Building, Stockman's Arena, and Kettle Barn. Retained public property, the City of Regina continues to own and manage several of the newer, more sophisticated, specialized sports facilities on the Real campus, including Mosaic Stadium, Cooperator Centre, Affinity Plex, Bunge International Trade Center, which Brant leases and operates. If you want to know more about this, the asset, the transitions, and let them know, you're looking, okay, so it goes on to about here, right? So essentially, Regina is actually selling those properties to Brant Entertainment, Sports Entertainment, and they are actually managing a lot of the properties on that site. See, here asked if they had the right to refuse to have Mikey there. They said yes, property occupiers on the Real District campus, including other private owners, Brant, and the public operator, City of Regina, have the legal right to refuse entry or remove individuals from the buildings and the surrounding parking lots. Under Saskatchewan law, this authority is governed by the Combination on Property Rights and provincial legislation. Right to refuse under the Trespass or Property Act. In Saskatchewan, the Trespass or Property Act grants the occupier of a premises, whether they are private owner, tenant, or manager, the legal right to control who enters or remains on the property. Right to eject. If the occupier requests the individual to leave, either orally or in writing, that person must leave as soon as practicable. Failing to do so and return later constitutes provincial offence. Parking lots are legally considered part of the premises. They are not considered public highways or open public streets. This means you do not have the automatic right to park or litter there. Expanded police enforcement power. Under updated regulations to the provincial Trespass or the Property Acts, security and police have explicit authority to enforce trespass laws in commercial, public, and semi-public spaces. Law enforcement can immediately remove and charge individuals from the Real District grounds if they engage in public intoxication, drug use, verbal or physical threats to persons or property, cause damage to the premises, any other disruptive activity that violates the rules established by the property owners. Limitations to the right to refuse. While the owners have the broad rights to refuse access, they cannot do so based on discriminatory grounds. Under the Saskatchewan Human Rights Code, no business or property owner can ban or refuse service to a person based on protected characteristics such as race, religion, family status, sexual orientation, or disability. So Mikey's flat earth shit isn't protected. He doesn't have the right to be there.
Totally brainwashed now. That's all I can. They just don't want me here because they don't like the information. Like, get real. There's literally no parking signs over there. You can't park here, you can't park here, you can't park here. There's 0 over there.
Mikey, you weren't parked in a freaking car in a parking stall. You were parked along the sidewalk, right beside a sidewalk in a non-parking area, probably either a drive-through area or maybe an emergency zone. That's it. You weren't even allowed to be parked in the area. And then security asked you to leave because you were being disruptive, which, as I just showed, they have well within their legal rights to do that. Because it's actually not public property. It's not like a public park or something like that. And even then, you still could actually be asked to leave by the police. But yeah, it's actually owned by Brant Entertainment and Sports. and they're buying more and more of it. And even then, if they don't own it, they're occupying it, they're renting it off Regina, which means they still have the explicit right to eject you if they see fit. You needed to leave, you refused, so the police are called.
Show me the sign where it shows me that I cannot park. Here, we'll get another clip of this lady.
Just FYI, that was the same security lady in that black Dodge Ram that was pulling up there waiting for the police to show up, and so that she could give a report and ask the police to have Mikey ejected since he's refusing to listen to security and their legal rights to refuse to have him to stay there and asking him to leave.
This chick is making a huge mistake. I will contact my lawyer Monday. Absolutely.
Mikey, you don't have a lawyer. You have a law firm that's done a little bit of pro bono stuff for you and has done some free consultation things because that's what they do. They try to get cases. You don't have a retainer. You don't have anything like that. You don't have the money for that kind of shit. You don't have a lawyer. You have a law firm that sometimes helps you out once in a while, probably because you're disabled. But they're going to tell you the same shit I just told you. All you do is just do a little bit of proper research, which I know you struggle with a lot. That's why you're a freaking flerf and a stupid one at that. But yeah, they're going to tell you the same shit that I could have told you if you just would listen to me. But you got me blocked because you're so scared of the information I give you. Who's scared there, buddy? It's you.
See, it's funny how I have to answer all their questions, but they can't answer my questions.
I know, Mikey. The fact is, they actually do answer your questions. But you just shout nah and start shouting over them. So the fact is, you're just unwilling to accept the answers. The answers are actually empirically proven and based on scientific facts and reason and logic and exploration and experimentation. So the fact is, just because you deny and just nah all the answers doesn't mean they can't answer it. It just means you're too stupid to accept them. And they ask you questions because what you claim makes absolutely no fucking sense. You make lots of claims, but still haven't seen any evidence to actually back up any of these things. And then they ask more questions because what you say makes absolutely no fucking sense and doesn't work in logic and doesn't work in reality.
They think they're going to trespass me? Not a chance. That's going to raise some huge problems. I would love to sue the city. That would be fun. And that I could do very, very easily. Space agency cost me tons and tons of money, but doing this to the city, not a problem. Because it's local. It's provincial, not federal.
Yeah, remind me again, Mikey, how'd that CSA lawsuit go again? If I recall right, wasn't it was dismissed on the basis of you having no evidence, a frivolous claim, and you were fined $700? Wow. And you think you're going to sue the city of Regina for them enforcing Saskatchewan law? Dude, look, you bring these things up to court, all you're going to do is get yourself in more legal trouble. Because all they're going to do is see your CSA bullshit you tried to bring up, which is nothing but a whole bunch of friggin' like absolute laughable friggin' malarkey. And they're going to see that you're a nuisance litigant. And they're going to dub you as just nothing but a vindictive person and a nuisance to the courts. They're going to give you a bigger fine, and then they can actually stop you from launching any other lawsuits unless you get the explicit authorization of the courts to say that you are actually able to go through with the lawsuit, or else anything you do from then on would just be automatically thrown out, and you could actually end up being fined for all the court fees you'd be costing. So I'd be really careful what you're doing there, buddy, because all you're doing is treading on some thin ice.
Again, people assume that I'm stupid. Don't know why you assume that.
Gee, I wonder why. Maybe it's because you think the fucking Earth is flat, covered by a giant dome that's about 60 miles up, that the sun and the moon are local and light sources, and pretty much everything else you freaking spew. Oh, but also the fact is that you think that drinking borax is freaking healthy, drinking 6 times as much freaking Epsom salts is healthy, drinking handfuls of freaking vitamin B is healthy, and fucking what else? Loads of other shit you do that's just stupid. So yeah, we don't assume you're stupid. You are stupid, and you prove it every single fucking day. Oh, and then obviously all your bollocks freaking star observations that you claim are the real stars, and they've been disproven so many times, including myself, and you completely disregard it and don't accept the evidence that you're being shown and the advice that you're being given. So yes, Mikey, we don't assume you're stupid. You are stupid, and you prove it to us all the time.
The police are here, right across the street here. Just right there. I don't see them anywhere. Are they out of their vehicles or just filming in public? That's all I'm doing. Nice.
Is it me? Or is Mikey seeming a bit nervous now? I think he was hoping that the police wouldn't show up and they just tell that lady to knob off. Guess what, Mikey? You need to look up to your Saskatchewan provincial laws a bit better. Because you're wrong, and you're going to find out why. You're going to fuck around and find out once again there, buddy. Oh, you're going to have it in for a long summer, aren't you? This should be fun.
Nice outfit, buddy. The police still haven't done anything. They're just sitting there. They're probably just observing. There's one there, and then there's just one right tucked in behind the bus there. So yeah, well, here comes one of them anyways, which, right there I think. Not really coming to talk to me, but...
No, they're going to go talk to the security who's phoned the police in the first time, find out why the call was made, and what they want to do, because they have the legal rights to eject anybody they want off there. So they want to find out exactly what they want, and they're going to come speak to you and pretty much tell you what the security said, and tell you need to freaking hightail on out of there. And we're going to see what happens when this happens, because, you know, Mikey doesn't like to get told what to do by the authorities, now does he?
Let's film this. Make sure we document everything. Police was listening to Mikey for a long time, and yeah, like, come on, like, oh yeah, they're trying to kick me out of here. This is public property now. Yeah, the police are here. And for doing this. I've been here. This is my third time parked here in 3 years.
That's hilarious. They're trying to kick you out for...
They were sitting, like the police were there last year sitting there watching me. The city was here watching me. They just don't like the information.
So
you look like, what's his name?
I'm not Flat Earth,
yeah,
but my buddy is.
Yeah.
And we always go back and forth.
Yeah.
My thing is Antarctic.
Oh,
Antarctic 24-hour sun.
I've never been there. I've never been there. Those guys were lying. I was there.
You think so?
Yeah.
Even your dude, it was your dudes, right? No.
Let's be Richard there.
There, the guy just brought up a thing about the Antarctic 24-hour sun. And Mikey's instant thing is, I've never been there. Don't have to freaking be there, dude. It was documented. You can look at the footage, and it completely destroys, debunks the flat Earth. It's like, it's just not even a question. It doesn't work on your flat Earth, especially the one that Mikey freaking postulates. So, don't have to do that. Jaron was there, Whitsitt was there, so you had 2 flat earthers. In fact, I think there was another guy that was there as a flat earther. Oh, and Elizabeth, she was a flat earther. And they all witnessed the exact same thing. It was documented in several different ways in great detail. And it destroys the flat Earth. So you see what happens when Mikey's presented with evidence that completely destroys and falsifies his fantasy flat Earth, he just kind of like hand waves it away real quick because he can't debunk it. It's just he can't do anything about it, so he just pretends it doesn't exist. Now the police are walking up. They want to have a little word with old Mikey. Let's see what they have to say.
So I think they talked to you, security?
Oh, yeah.
And they just want you gone.
Yeah, it's public property. So.
Oh, it's private.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
So this is private property, this road?
Yeah, this whole part.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Can you show me the documents for that?
No.
No? Okay, good.
They don't have to, but as you like to say, Mikey, do your own research. I did. You're wrong, Mikey. It's actually private property.
So they,
Yeah, I'm not causing a disturbance. They just don't like the information, so...
and that's fine. And that might be the case.
See, and the thing is, so this is my third...
Actually, in Mikey's opinion, he wasn't causing disturbance. In the opinion of the people who stood and clapped when security told him to go away, and security, he is causing a disturbance. And since security actually has the legal authority to determine if somebody's causing a disturbance or not, and Mikey doesn't, and Mikey doesn't know what the fucking even the law, you know, he thinks he does. Really odd. Hopefully he doesn't pursue the soft sit stuff too much. He's going to get himself in a lot of legal trouble. Yeah, Mikey, you've been dubbed you're a disturbance, and they've asked you to leave, and that's what you're going to have to do. Like it or not, you can moan and bitch all you like. It's still, you're going to have to pack your case and move on out there, buddy.
Third year in a row here.
Yeah.
The police have sat there and watched me, and the city has parked right here and watched me. I have that. We filmed that live on YouTube.
And that might be the case, but if, like, at that time they may not have made a complaint.
So this is going to be a huge lawsuit again if this comes across. Because I'm going to be talking to my lawyer on Monday, and I want your badge numbers and your names.
Yeah, 1067
Yeah.
Constable Kelly.
Okay. Okay. And I already got her name, so it's going to go on the lawsuit. I'm talking to the mayor.
Yeah.
You name it. I'm going right to the top.
Yeah.
Because my rights are being infringed. I have the Canadian Charter rights in my car.
Okay.
If you want to reread it, because you were trained in that when you came up with this stuff. Absolutely.
Mikey, they are not infringing on your Canadian Charter rights. You do not have the right to be on private property. You do not have the right to be in that parking lot if the landowners have said you can't be there. You're saying you're going to have a lawsuit. Guess what? The police don't really give a shit because you don't have a fucking leg to stand on. The laws are very clear. Security has asked you to leave, and they have the legal right to do so. You refuse to leave. They have phoned the police, and the police have come and told you you need to leave because you are now breaking the provincial law. Plain and simple. This is what the laws are. Your lawsuit is going to go absolutely fucking nowhere like your Canadian Space Agency thing. It'll be thrown out and you'll be fined for all the court costs. And you'll probably incur even more costs than you did at the CSA. You think because this is provincial that they're not going to hit you the bigger fine? Oh, buddy. You're about to find out real soon what they can do. Because now, as I said, you're becoming a nuisance to the courts, and they don't like that.
I was not committing a crime. I know my rights.
No,
You're talking to the wrong guy.
No, you're not committing a crime. That's
Exactly.
Right.
So am I going to be trespassed or?
No, I'm not going to trespass you, but
Exactly.
if you don't comply with what they say,
Then what?
They don't want you, then you can be arrested for preventing breach of the peace.
Breach of peace? What am I doing?
It would be to prevent the breach of the peace. This is a
Freedom of speech?
Well, no, it's a private law.
Is it?
Yes.
Can you show me that?
No.
The police do not have to show you if it is private property or not. The security is private property, and you, Mikey, need to do your research and determine if it is private property or not. So you think you know, but you don't. And if you have an issue with it, then perhaps you need to go do some research. You need to go do a little bit of, you can put a complaint in with the practitioners of that place. You can put, I suppose you could go put a complaint in with the city of Regina, or put a complaint in with Brant, the ones who are actually the tenants and part legal owners of that property, and go from there. But I also don't think it can go very far because, like I said, they're well within their legal rights to tell you to leave. And if you don't leave, he said he'll hit you with breach of peace. They could have hit you with trespassing because you refuse to leave, but this cop's been really, really nice. And I watched all this video. Even the fact that you refuse to give your name, if you're in the UK here, you get done for breach of peace right there for not giving your name. And actually, I think even in Alberta or in Saskatchewan, by law, you need to give your name to the police when they ask for it.
Okay, well, I want documents.
No, that's not how this works.
Well, I saw a purple flying elephant today.
Okay, so
Mikey, that rebuttal made absolutely no fucking sense whatsoever. You asked for documents. He went, no, I don't do that. You went, well, I seen a purple flying elephant today. That makes no fucking sense, you absolute fucking bell end. That's just so retardedly stupid. That's not even a response or rebuttal to what he said. Fucking hell, you are such an idiot.
And that might be fine. Like, there's no...
Okay, but I'm still going to drive through here. That's the thing. I can do circles in here all night. I just can't park here. But I can drive through here, not a problem.
If you're driving through and they don't have an issue with that, then so
Well,
be
good.
it.
I'm going to drive through here all freaking night. Due to you two guys.
And so be
And
it.
I'll be
If they-
writing up a complaint at the office.
Yeah, and that's-
Not a problem.
and that's-
I know my rights. I'm
yeah.
just letting you know
Yeah,
you're making a mistake.
and that's fine.
You may not have a job in a week, all right?
Okay,
I'm
maybe
just
not.
going to let you know.
Maybe
You can
not.
let her know I'm driving around.
Okay.
Okay? So it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Driving around or stationary. Which one is it?
Well, they don't want you parked here.
Well, good. I'll still drive around.
Okay,
I'll
well,
drive through this parking lot through here 150 times tonight.
I'll let her know,
Okay?
and if she wants to... If she
Yeah,
wants to
you
do
can go
that,
let her know that I'm still driving.
And if she has an issue with that, then we'll go from there. But
Yeah, and I'll be talking to the mayor Monday morning.
Yeah, that's fine.
Mikey, you're not even talking to the mayor on Monday morning. That's fucking bullshit. Yeah, that's just, you're just talking a little horse shit there. And, yeah, you think you know the laws and the rights. Obviously you don't, because that's private property and you don't have the right to drive on those parking lot or around there if they don't want you to. They want you off the property. You need to leave the property. Mikey, just do fucking 5 minutes of research. It literally took me a fucking 2 minutes to fucking Google search this shit, and I got the fucking information that says you can't do that. You are wrong. Dude, why would I expect you to fucking do your kind of research? You don't even fucking listen to the experts when they talk to your face. Fucking hell. Yeah, no, dude, like... No, you don't know your rights. You think you know your rights. You don't. You don't know anything.
I wish you guys luck. Thanks for coming against my rights as a human being.
Mikey, they're not violating your human rights, saying that you need to leave private property. You don't have an innate human right to go wherever the hell you want. That's just not a human right. You have the basic human rights to peace, liberty, food, shelter, and obviously not discriminate against based on certain protected statuses. If they were kicking you off that property because of your learning disability, which they're not, then yeah, that would be discrimination and violation of your human rights. But they're not doing that. They're kicking you off because you're a disturbance and you're causing a problem on their property, and so you need to leave. Fucking hell. It's like every single time Mikey gets told something by authorities or the police and stuff he doesn't like, then he says they're violating his human rights. Like Mikey believes that he has the innate right to do whatever the fuck he wants, and it's his human right to do it. That's not true. That's not the case. And it really blows my mind. The fact is that Mikey says that he has a human right to do whatever the fuck he wants, to say whatever he wants. Nobody else has that same human right. Nobody else can criticize Mikey. Nobody else can say things. Nobody else can even talk about him, or else he's going to phone the police. Like he said he's going to phone the police on Cricket Blinders. He says he's going to phone the police, and he tried to phone the police on friggin' Mike Drunk Debunk Show. Fucking he's threatens to phone the police on fucking everybody else that does shit he doesn't like, but as soon as somebody phones the police on him and says that he can't do something, it's violating his human rights. It's just the fucking hypocrisy is just insane. The man's absolutely nuts.
Police officers in Regina go against human rights in this country, in this city.
Can you guess what the security officer is saying when the police gone over and asked? Because now Mikey said he's going to drive around that lot. Can you guess? Just hazard a guess. You'll probably be right.
Yeah, drive really slowly. Yeah. I'm gonna,
So they don't want you to drive on the lot.
yeah, well, okay, well, that's a lawsuit. That's a lawsuit,
That's fine.
okay?
Nope, Mikey. That's not a lawsuit. That's the legal right. They don't want you on their private property. Dude, let me say this again. It's private fucking property. You do not have the right to be there. You are wrong. You're an entitled prick. Plain and fucking simple. So no, it's not a lawsuit, but go on. You go launch a lawsuit, Mikey. It's going to end up the exact same fucking way as CSA, but probably with much worse outcome for you.
That's a lawsuit.
That's fine.
That's a lawsuit. I will be driving in this lot.
Private property.
I'm not allowed to drive through here.
If they don't want you here, then no.
It is because of the information.
And that might be-
Against my human rights. You're going to get a lawsuit.
And that's fine.
I got your badge numbers.
Yeah, 1067 Constable Kelly.
Lawsuit. You're going to lose your jobs. Absolutely. I'm not...
Mikey, it's nothing to do with your fucking bullshit information. And even if it was, guess what, Mikey? Flat Earth is not a protected status. Flat Earth is not a religion. Even though it acts like religion, it's pretty more like a fucking cult. That's my opinion. Some people may differ from that. But it's not an official religion, nor is it an official protected status. They don't want you peddling your Flat Earth bullshit there. It's their fucking right to say, take your bullcrap signs, take your bullshit freaking garbage freaking flyers that nobody wants, that's just going to litter up the parking lot, and take it somewhere else. We don't want your derpy bullcrap here. And they can do that because it's their property and it's their right. If you came to my property and was on my front lawn and derping out and freaking thinking you're doing activism, I have the full right to come out and tell you to fuck all the way off. And if you don't, I have the right to remove your ass, and there's nothing you can do about that. So this is the same situation, except they've taken to calling the police and telling you to go. But it's not against your human rights. It's nothing to do with the information. It's a fact. Pretty much they don't want you there because you're causing a disturbance, and they just don't want you there. That's plain and simple. Not discriminating against you or any of your protected statuses. It's just simply the fact is that they dubbed you a nuisance, and you are no longer allowed to be there. They have revoked your permission to be on that property, and that's it. So I doubt Mikey's actually going to go launch a lawsuit. If he does go talk to anybody who's, in the law, like a lawyer, gets like a free consultation, they're pretty much going to tell him the same thing. They're going to say, like, trespassing laws in Saskatchewan and the property laws, they're well within their legal rights to refuse to have you stay there or to ask you to leave. And by law, you have to leave. Plain and simple, right? Now, if it was a public street he was on, let's see, he was just outside that complex on the public street, there's nothing to do about it, right? It's public street, but he's on private property. Those parking lots, that property is owned by Brent, or managed by Brent, and so they have the legal rights to refuse to have Mikey to be there, or anybody else, not just Mikey. If I was there and I was holding up signs about, I don't know, saying something derpy, they could ask me to leave, and it'd be the same situation.
I'm not leaving this parking lot, okay? I'm not.
They don't want you here.
Well, that's too bad. I don't want the Hispanics here. I don't want any blacks here because they're wearing red shirts.
But you don't work.
Oh, and Mikey shows his racism. Holy shit. Good job, Mikey. That there is discrimination. That there is being racist. That there is showing your dark side. You said the quiet part out loud, Mikey. Not a good look. Not a good look at all. And this isn't the first time you've done this. This isn't just a one-off. I've seen several times, especially on your live streams, where you've showed your discrimination and you're a racist. That's not good. Holy shit, Mikey. I mean, I already thought you were a bit of a piece of shit, but fuck, you just took it to a whole new level. Shame, shame. That is bad. That's not a good look, Mikey. Not a good look at all. You said that out loud. Ooh, it's on the internet forever.
What's the matter with you guys? You're going against my human rights, you know that, pal? You guys are a piece of rat shit. That's what you are, is a piece of rat shit. Do you beat your wife? Do you?
I love my wife.
Bullshit. You lie to her all the time. That's complete bullshit. Fucking huge lawsuit on your ass. I'll be driving around this parking lot all fucking night.
Now, I have to kind of give kudos to the fact that the police officers, they are showing a restraint and stuff that is really quite good. Like, really, that cop, that police officer, wow, like, he's just being calm. He's not engaging now. On the flip side, Mikey is not going to always be this lucky to have such a level-headed and nice copper who just comes and just wants the most peaceful solution whatsoever. To the contrary, if you happen to be where I am in the UK and you said those exact words, you'd be taking a ride in the back of a police van. Especially, you know, him saying stuff about the police officer's wife, calling them names. The police here do not take too kindly to that, and you'd be done for a public order offense. I think section 5 or something, section 7, whatever. I can't remember the sections. A public order offense, and it just instantly, like, if I walked up to a copper, like, and I told him to fuck off right to his face, I'd end up in cuffs in the back of a van. It'd be pretty quick, right? Especially saying, refusing to leave, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm not gonna leave, I'm not gonna leave. Dude, like, they freaking slap a freaking order on you real quick. They'd have a dispersion order saying that you're not allowed to go in this certain area radius for 24 or 48 hours. And if you're caught there, you'd be instantly just be, as soon as they see you, bam, cuffs on, freaking gone. Like, they wouldn't even ask questions. And speaking like that, and even a little bit after this, he even fucking goes even more off on them, he'd be pulled right away, instantly. He is lucky that he's dealing with such a level-headed and nice police officer who just simply wants him to leave. Because they actually were probably in their rights to arrest them right there as soon as you start taking off on them.
Then we'll get another call for service and a different conversation.
Well, yeah, a lawsuit against your ass.
And I've been meeting on Monday, and maybe that's the case.
Fucking, you're against my human rights, pal.
No,
I'm not allowed to. What if I go to McDonald's? I can't go to fucking McDonald's? What the fuck's wrong with you, pal?
Mikey, McDonald's isn't your human right. You don't have the human right to go to McDonald's. It's not a violation against your charter rights to ban you from going to McDonald's. There's lots of different McDonald's all over the city of Regina. You don't have to go to that one if there's one on that estate, and they have security for that estate, and the security wants you off there, then you gotta go, bud. So yeah, it's still not against your human rights, and them telling you to leave still is not a human rights violation. I'm sorry, you're just wrong.
I'm having your fucking your pension right fucking now.
You're not gonna get my pension.
Of course I will. You're a fucking loser.
I just wouldn't get it. You wouldn't get it.
You ain't gonna get one is my point.
Which is fine.
You're not gonna argue here?
I'm not arguing. I'm telling you the facts. You're gonna lose your job.
That's fine.
Piece of fucking rat shit. Wow. I'm contacting my lawyer on Monday. You fucking bitch. Put a plug in that pussy of yours, you fucking cunt.
And if before he hadn't been arrested for that, if those cops just weren't as level-headed and just quite sympathetic to him, whatever, or just kind, that would have got him arrested. Definitely here in the UK, that would have got his ass fucking arrested instantly right there. In fact, even before he got in the car, him started cussing and swearing and saying shit like that. Yeah, arrestable offense, 100%. Like, fuck Mikey. You're going to encounter the wrong police officer or on the wrong day, and you're going to end up, your ass is getting jailed. And I really, really hope you live stream when it freaking happens, because I would love to see that. I would just love to, just because I'd love to see you just proper knock down a few pegs and get a little bit of humble pie. Because I do really think that Mikey needs that. I think he needs a freaking reality check and a bit of a gut check there. He needs to be checked on himself a bit, realize he doesn't know the law. He doesn't know his human rights as well as he fucking thinks he does. Just because he has a copy of the Canadian Charter of Rights in his car doesn't mean he actually understands it. He 100% doesn't understand what those words mean. He's read those words and he's either twisted his mind, or he just simply doesn't comprehend the wording and what it means. Because None of this is a human rights violation. None of it. Nothing violates against his charter rights, Canadian charter rights. It's all within the law. And yeah, Mikey's just one of these days. Honestly, one of these days, it's going to happen. I said this before last year. You know, before somebody took a swing on him, I said, look, he's gonna freaking tick off the wrong person, and somebody's gonna take a swing at him. And it happened about a month or so after. And he got lucky the fact he happened to look just at the right time out the window and moved his head in time as the guy connected, because the guy actually came in. And I think the B pillar kind of stopped a little bit, protected Mikey, because he sat a little further, he was sitting a bit further back, as well as I think he's seen just enough time that he moved his head and kind of stuck his legs up out the window. And the kid, I think, took a swing and realized that, you know, oh shit, he lost his cool. So, if Mikey keeps treating the police like this, then they're gonna lose their patience for him. And I said, wrong police officer on the wrong day, and something the full way to the law, and everything you can will be brought down on top of him. I guarantee you, it will happen.
Fuck you! Huge lawsuit on your ass, woman! Huge!
Honestly, not a single person there is scared of Mikey and his huge lawsuit, because they all know they're well within legal rights. The law protects them. There's any kind of lawsuit. Mikey's just talking shit, and he's like, just doing that. That's all he is. And really, that's what Mikey pretty much always is. He goes yap, yap, yap. He chirps, 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 yap, yap, yap. Talks a big game. Talks like a big hard man. He never won't do anything, right? He's like a chihuahua, right? He thinks he's a big dog in a small kettle, and he's not. He's a little yappy one that everybody just kind of, whatever, don't give a shit.
Fucking cunts. I have every fucking right to drive through here. Fucking bullshit. Fucking bullshit. Wow. Don't get arrested. Hey, I'm allowed to swear. It's called fucking freedom of speech, man. For you guys don't have fucking balls, grow some.
Well, are you allowed to show disdain or express like that your displeasure? I mean, police actions or a decision. Yeah, you're allowed to. Probably, like, you have freedom of speech. You're allowed to say, I think this is bullshit, blah, blah, blah. But it is a bit of a slippery slope, and you do have to have some discretion. Obviously, if you start cussing and swearing and kind of do what Mikey did and start insulting the police, then you're going to incur, the police are going to be a bit less scrupulous or more scrupulous with you. They're going to investigate harder, and you still open yourself up to like a public order or public disturbance charge, even if they can arrest you under that, and they can maybe say they've done this because of how you're acting, remove your situation, cooling off, and release you and drop the charges. But they can still say they're arresting you under public order or public disturbance. And this is actually well within the Regina City Police rights and legal rights. I'll show you what I found here. Just looking, quick search, and you'll see that yeah, Mikey is definitely he's definitely kind of starting to toe the line here a little bit too much. I think he's just getting a bit too big for his britches. So you can see, while he legally can kind of swear and like, or at least show disdain towards the police and stuff like that, you have freedom of speech. He's highly discouraged because you're just going to bring more wrath on you. The investigation can be harsher, and it can still get done for breach of peace or causing disturbance, especially if you're yelling and screaming, kind of like what Mikey did. Obviously, obstructing a police officer, if you're doing something with stopping an arrest or stopping the police officer from doing their duty, or if it's deemed uttering threats or hate speech, which Mikey does definitely kind of get close to doing that. He can get in a lot of trouble for that. But yeah, even then, it's up to the discretion of the police officer, and so because it's not obviously set 100 in stone, depends on the police officer how they're feeling. So he gets the wrong one on the wrong day, then they'll just do him for breach of the peace or causing a disturbance. So he obviously has his charter rights, right, means silent. Which I think Mikey really should actually use that right. And he has the right to remain silent, as well as like the right to attorney and stuff like that. That's his charter of rights.
So I'm not allowed to drive through here, so I can't even leave. They're fucking assholes. Fucking cunts.
And that there's like the typical flerf, like let's just take information and twist it to try to fit my narrative sort of bullshit that Mikey is very guilty of doing. You are allowed to drive through there as long as you are leaving. So they want you to drive not through, they want you to drive out, Mikey. That's what it means. So yeah, just stop trying to twist it. You're making yourself look like more of an idiot and you're embarrassing yourself more.
You're allowed to swear to the cops, you know that, by the way. You fucking ballless bitches. We're gonna have a different conversation. Yeah, wow, you're done. I'm coming Tuesday when I come to the city and I'm writing up a complaint. It's going directly right to City Hall.
Now, obviously, it is Tuesday here where I'm finishing up this video here. Hopefully, I'll put this out. I'll probably put this out in a couple of days, so it'll be after this. And Mikey said he's going to go do this on Tuesday and live streaming. He's going to videotape himself doing it as he often does. So that'd be entertaining to see, and I might do a reaction to that. Depends on how well it goes and how funny it is.
I'm not allowed to drive on the parking lot? Are you fucking kidding me? Wow. I'm not leaving. Are you kidding me?
Mikey, if you don't leave, you will be arrested for trespassing and your car will be impounded. I don't think you want to have that for your new car. I don't think to be that much damage. But then you're going to have to pay the impound fees and the towing fees for your vehicle, because they're going to probably want the vehicle taken off the lot, and you've already been arrested for trespassing. So I would highly suggest you don't do that, and do like the officer was so kindly to allow you to do, which is to leave without incurring a charge or a fine.
I'm gonna be here all fucking night. Fucking bitch. Fucking loser cops. Whale panties, are you bleeding in your pussy?
I'm not exactly sure what Whale Panties said to him there. I suppose we could look at, I could bring up probably the live chat. But did you notice something there? How long did Mikey sit there and stare at that screen while he was moving forward in his car? So he was looking this way at his screen and not looking at the road while he was in motion in a parking lot with probably a lot of foot traffic and other vehicles and probably kids and people around. Fucking hell, Mikey. For the guy who claims he's a professional driver, you sure do make some really stupid fucking decisions and mistakes. Holy my lord. Fucking hell. This isn't the first thing he does that. He sits there reading this freaking live chat instead of focusing on the road while he's in motion driving. It's not even like you can say, oh, he stopped at a stoplight or stop sign or something like that. No, he does this shit when he's fucking moving, and sometimes at freaking 50 kilometers an hour, and he'll be sitting there reading this freaking chat. It's just, it's fucking insane, the fact that, you know, and he doesn't have feeling in his feet. So for him to do an emergency stop to come over and hit his brakes, he doesn't have that greatest feeling to know how much pressure he's putting on his brake. Fucking hell. I mean, it's just, it's diabolical.
Whale panties is bleeding in the pussy, in your cunt diaper.
Because Mikey's fifis have been hurt because he's been told that the police needs to leave or else he's going to get charged with trespassing. And now he's taking it out to Whale Panties. He's probably said something that's probably not even all that bad. But probably said something like they agreed with the police, or said something along the lines of that Mikey needs, doesn't have the right to be there, and he doesn't like that because it's information he doesn't appreciate. So he's taking it out on wheel panties, who probably doesn't give a shit.
Absolute bullshit. Bad mistake, man. Where's the... Where the fuck's your phone? They just don't want me here. Are you kidding me? That's a reason.
Yes, Mikey, that's the reason. The security said you're causing a disturbance and they want you off the property because you're causing, just causing a disturbance, plain and simple. They, you trying to do canvassing, doing your whatever the shit you're doing there, you with your sign and stuff like that. They don't want you there doing that shit. So yeah, that's pretty much it, and they're well within their legal rights to do so.
Yeah, that's what I should have done as the police were talking. What? I can't hear you. What? I can't hear you. Where the hell's the damn...
So in other words, act like a freaking pompous toddler? Wow. How old are you again, Mikey? That's not... Yeah. Wow. Act your age, not your IQ.
I had it in here on my seat. I'm just going to pretend I'm texting. I can't drive while talking on the phone, can I? Hey, how are things? Oh, sorry, say that again. I can't hear you. Yeah, well, I don't even think it's that. They just don't want me here. Yeah, no, I'm going to the city. I'm going to the city on Monday or Tuesday when I come. Yeah. Yeah, complete bullshit. Yeah. See, and the great thing is I have everything recorded. Everything. So I'm going to show that to my lawyer or whenever I get there. It'll be after when I come back from wherever I'm going. But yeah, absolutely. Yeah. 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 Yeah, okay, yeah, bye. Oh, all right, guys. What's next? We got to go to, we'll drive through. We'll just keep driving. Wow, this is awesome. I love it.
He really doesn't. He is so worked up, and his feelings have been hurt so badly. This is going to bother him for all week long.
I love it. This is fantastic. Sorry, guys. I know my rights, okay? I'm sorry that I have testicles that you guys cannot handle, okay? I'm sorry. I know my rights. I'm contacting the city. My lawyer first. I'll be phoning them again, leaving them a message. I'm still waiting for their phone call from last week, but they are quite busy.
Mikey, no, you don't know your rights. It's quite obvious you don't know your rights, or else you know that what's they did was not infringing your rights, so it's legally they're legally allowed to do. And the fact that this part your lawyer hasn't got back to you is because you're not a priority. you're probably not even a paying client. You certainly don't have them under retainer, and they'll probably just get back to you when they have a few minutes or everything's calm, because I think you're just looking for more free legal advice. It's not really a priority for a legal firm.
Absolute bullshit. Wow. Fuck those guys. Bad mistake. And these companies here who built these new stadiums, major money. Major. I'm talking $1 billion. They've got money, these people.
Yeah, they also have teams of very high-priced, very good lawyers that they know their legal rights inside and out. They know what legally they're allowed to do, and they advise their staff what they legally can and cannot do, especially security stuff. So you think your pro bono lawyer is going to stand a chance against a team of high-priced, top-notch lawyers by multi-million-dollar companies? I know somebody who tried to take on a large automotive group in Canada years and years ago, and when they actually took it to the point when they went to court, and the team of lawyers walked up to this person, looked them in the face, and went, "Look, this is what we have. This is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to put this through. So you can if we walk in there now, then you are going to be hit with massive legal fees. We will win. You don't have a chance, or you can just walk away now and we'll just leave it go." And a person sat there, suddenly had a moment of clarity and decided that cut their losses, because they already paid a bunch of stuff in legal fees, and walk away, because what they were going to get hit with was just something freaking massive. And they thought for sure, right up to that point, that they had an open and shut legal case. And then when they got shown some of the stuff that was going to happen, what that team of lawyers was going to do, they tucked tail and ran. And that's what's going to happen to you, Mikey, if you try to take this too far.
Fucking live, right? Can't answer the damn phone. Fuck, he's on this one, isn't he? Okay.
Notice that black Dodge Ram rolling up beside him? Guess who that is? You're right. Security telling him to F the fuck off.
Just trying to bring your attention on the fact that the donkey function is like casting you live.
I'm on the phone. I can't drive and talk at the phone at the same time.
You're welcome to hang up the phone if you would have left the grounds the first time. Like you asked to.
You're getting a huge lawsuit, you know that? Huge.
Go ahead.
You have no reason why you want me off.
You're
because you don't like the information.
No, you're on private property.
Well, so is everybody else. So is everybody else.
For purpose, you're not.
I am too.
You're not.
You're getting a lawsuit, you know that?
Please do. I would love to.
Good.
I'd
Yeah.
love to expose you for all the joke that you are.
Well, yeah, that's awesome. I got that live on YouTube too. Wow. Live on YouTube, guys. Live on YouTube.
Yes, live on YouTube for all of us to laugh at you, Mikey Smith. See, the thing is, they don't have to allow you to do your campaigning or canvassing or fucking activism, whatever you like to call it, on their property. It's their property, you fucking little princess. They don't want you there doing your shit. Fuck off. Fuck all the way off. They don't want you there, and they don't have to let you be there. It's private property. You don't have the right to do your derpy shit there if they don't want you to. Just like any other business, any other place is private property. You don't have legal rights to be there because you think you do. Sorry, that's not how it works there, pumpkin.
I love it. Keep talking so I can record it. Great for the court case. You son of a bitch. Get away from me, man. I know my rights, pal. How am I supposed to move if you're in the way? I might hit your truck. I'm not going to take a chance. Sorry.
You got plenty of room.
Look at this.
You got plenty of room.
The drunk debug show is broadcasting your live stream live on this channel.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
That's it. I'll let you go.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What was your name? What was your name, sir? What was your name, sir? Sir, what was your name? What was your name again?
Police can get it from you. They're coming here.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, I'll get. No, I want your name, not my name.
Fine.
Okay, where are they?
Yep.
Oh, look, Mikey. Looks like you did have plenty of room to pull out. You absolute freaking little muppet.
They have no reasoning for me to leave. They have no reasoning. Huge. This is huge, guys.
Hey, Mikey, but yeah, they do have a reasoning. The reasoning is they don't want you doing your canvassing and doing all your derpy bullshit on their property. It's plain and simple. Private property, and you don't have the right to do that if they don't want you doing it. Bye-bye.
Because of the bullshit? He said it live on YouTube, man. I'm talking to the police. I'm going after the police. Screw this. Where are they? Oh, there they are. They literally have no reasoning for kicking me off of here. Let's go over here.
I think Mikey believes that he has the right because, being a flat earther is a protected status, or he has the right to spew whatever bullshit he wants on any property. Is this why he seems to go to like all these observatories and science centers and everything? Because he thinks he has the human right to go in there and spew and say whatever he wants and canvass all his bullshit, his anti-science rhetoric, and his completely wrong and debunked freaking philosophies. No, you don't, Mikey. Look, what you do on public land, on the public street, nobody can stop. You have freedom of speech. But on private properties and in private buildings and stuff like that, then you don't. You don't have the right to do that. The owner's going to ask you to leave. And I think you're going to start finding this happening more and more as you get more infamous. You're certainly not famous, but you are infamous.
These guys just told me they have no reasoning for kicking me off the property. Huge lawsuit coming your way. 116MZV, and we'll get the other ones. Get the other license plates here too, guys. Unit 6120, license plate 012MEQ, license plate 218, unit 11 NNV as in Victor. And yeah, I wish you guys luck. Huge complaint, huge lawsuit. They have no reasoning. They just explained it on the computer, on the phone here. You're against my human rights. Sue the shit out of you.
Mikey, that's a fucking lie. Hold on. Wait a minute. I thought you said you don't lie. You never lie. That was a complete and bold-faced lie. They did give the reason. The reason was they don't want you freaking spreading your bullshit on their property. They said you have no reason to be there. You're not doing anything productive. All you're doing is sitting there and doing your activism and campaigning shit, and they don't want it. That's their reasoning. They told you this straight up, blatant and straight to the point. They don't want you freaking spreading your bullshit on their property. That's the reasoning. You lied, Mikey Smith. So, there you are. You're a proven liar. So everything you say from now on, well, actually, everything you've said so far has always been a fucking lie. That's all you ever do is just lie. You wouldn't know the truth if it smacked you upside the face. And if you keep doing and doing, the truth is going to, by the hands of somebody you've probably pissed off.
Look at these guys right here. Put it in park, turn the car off so I can use my phone. Huge lawsuit, guys. They just said they have no reasoning for kicking me off.
Yeah, they don't need a reason.
They don't?
No, it's private property, so
again, lawsuit, huge lawsuit.
that's fine, but for now, you just have to leave the private property.
Yeah, I just want to turn my car off so I can use my
So
phone.
don't come back. This is your last warning, or else you're going to be arrested, okay?
For coming on this property.
Yeah, you're trespassing. You've been asked multiple times, and you're
Also,
refusing to leave.
I have that recorded too, yes.
Police are 100% correct here. And the fact that they're giving him another warning, wow, they're being really lenient. I mean, the fact he even came around again and they've already told him several times to leave, fuck, wow. I mean, this police officer would be so nice, though. Way nicer than the ones in the UK. Man, he would have been arrested there, right then and there on the spot. It would have been like just swarmed by the police. That would have been done. So, Mikey, you should feel lucky the fact that you live in Regina with a bunch of like quite level-headed and quite tolerant police officers. Because fuck, a lot of other places, a lot of countries, you wouldn't have that. I think even probably some different cities and areas in Canada, you wouldn't get that lovely treatment. So be lucky that you dealt with a very nice and tolerant City of Regina police officer there who was able to give you several warnings. He probably should have arrested you, and probably next time he'll probably be a little less lenient on you.
Thank you for the huge lawsuit. I love it. Wow, sweet. I have it recorded and documented. Huge, huge. This is awesome, guys. Fantastic. Huge lawsuit. Huge.
The same shit he said about suing the Canadian Space Agency last year. Is this going to be like a regular thing for Mikey Smith? Is he going to try to find a way of launching some sort of lawsuit every year? Wow. He's not going to have much money left. Those $2,000 telescopes, binoculars, he's going to have to sell to pay for all legal fees he's going to start incurring here. And this is probably going to go just as bad, if not probably even worse than the CSA lawsuit. That was the first one. They're being nice to him. The more he does shit like this, the less tolerant the courts get with you. So, yeah, this should be interesting. I hope Mikey goes through with this, because he's going to definitely eat some humble pie if he starts doing shit like this. And hopefully he records it all so we can all sit here and watch, because it's good entertainment and it makes some good content.
Yep. Well, I know what I'm doing over summer. Wow. All right, let's go to the East Indian community or pavilion. See you later, alligator. Wow. Even the police gave me a verbal warning for trespassing. That is a lawsuit in itself. I did absolutely nothing wrong.
Nope, you did exactly what, the wrong thing you did, Mikey, is that you were doing something on the property that the owners didn't want. That was wrong. The owners didn't want you to be there. You refused to leave. They had to give you multiple verbal warnings before you decided to actually maybe fucking leave, when they had to threaten you with arrest. Yeah, this is not looking good for you. You're not looking good at all here. And if you do launch this lawsuit, which I really hope for your sake, that we speak to the lawyer, speak to the law firm, they tell you, don't do this, Mikey. It's a bad idea. You don't have a case. You're going to lose. They're legally within their rights to ask you to leave. It was private property and privately managed property, and you don't have the right to be there. If they don't want you to be there, then case closed. I would imagine they'd say that, because for the lawyers to not say that would be kind of irresponsible. The lawyers to do that. Be funny and be good content. I would love to watch it, because I have no skin in the game really. But for Mikey's sake, I really hope he doesn't go through with this, because it's just going to be a frivolous lawsuit that's all it's going to do is going to cost him loads of money, and he's not going to get anywhere except for get a reputation for being an absolute more of a dickhead than he already is.
Absolutely nothing wrong. Completely. Wow. I love it. The judge is just going to totally... They're going to be like, what the fuck?
The judge is going to be like, what the fuck? But not in the way you think are going to be, Mikey. They're going to be like, what the fuck? They're legally within the rights to kick you off. And you decide to sue them? What the fuck? Why are you here? Okay, well, case been dismissed. Michael Allen, you are now going to have to pay for all their legal fees, and I'm going to fine you now too, since you seem to be making a habit of this. It's probably something along the lines of go. I could be wrong, but hey, we'll see. He's definitely not going to get anywhere. He's not going to sue and make loads of money off this, like he claims he's going to. This is another Canadian Space Agency lawsuit that Mikey Smith's launching like the last time.
Sweet. So I take my billboard off and my signs, and I'd probably still go on the property. That's how stupid that is. They just don't like the information.
Nope. You've been trespassed and we weren't told to leave. Take all your billboards off all you like. Fuck, go park your car again 3 blocks down and walk onto the property. They'll still arrest your ass. You'll end up having to spend the night in the freaking lockup. So, go ahead, Mikey. Try it. See what happens. I know you won't. I know you didn't, so.
Wow, this is an easy win. It's all documented. All documented. Even the police are documented stating that I'm trespassed from there. Wow.
Really, Mikey? You think it's an easy win? Just like you kept saying that, oh yeah, it's in the bag, the Canadian Space Agency. I'm going to sue them. I'm going to get millions and millions of dollars. Easy win. Easy. I'll get them, no problem. Really? That kind of easy win? Because how did that turn out? Do you remember? It was only a few months ago when you finally got the decision in November. How'd that turn out? Let me remind you. Case dismissed due to lack of evidence. Frivolous claim. Plaintiff has to pay $700 to the Canadian Space Agency to cover their legal costs. Do you remember that? It wasn't as easy as you thought.
Huge. And the night's just getting started, guys. But Mikey talks about us on YouTube. He doesn't like when we say that his stars are garbage. Even though we've never recorded a star in our lives.
Oh, Mikey, please tell me you're talking about me. Oh, please tell me you're talking about me. I really hope you're talking about me. Because then, if you're talking about me, you're a lying piece of shit again. Because you know I've recorded the stars. I've done it your way and proved how shit and garbage your fucking way is. And I've also done it the proper way. And I've invited you to come on my channel and I'll show you how stars actually look and how the planets and everything actually look. And you've been running away from me for over a fucking year. So if you're talking about me, which kind of think you might be, and if you're not, whatever, you probably are. You see me talk about all of us who talk about you, and I do. Well, then you're a lying piece of shit, and you're a coward, because you refuse to come and look at my stuff and engage with me. And in fact, you've blocked me. I can't even comment on your videos anymore because I keep posting up the video where I replicated your method of doing it and then debunked it, and it's triggered you that bad now that you've blocked me, which is funny as fuck. Not hardly give a shit and keep making videos of you anyways, so now I've got lots and lots of other accounts I can comment with.
Wow, that's huge. Huge. All documented too.
Well, there you have it. That was about it for Mikey and his running into police, and he says he's going to go sue the city of Regina and the police, and he's going to sue everybody. He's going to sue Brant Sports and Entertainment. He's going to sue Regina. He's going to sue Saskatchewan. He's going to sue the Canadian Space Agency again, or no, maybe not. I don't know. We never know. You know, he's going to sue it. He also said he's going to sue NASA from last year as well. How will that fucking go? Man, that seemed to freaking go away with the freaking off into the wind, now didn't it? Holy shit. After he goes pee-pee slapped by the freaking feds about the CSA. But Mikey, it seems like he's got his new cause. He's gonna fight, fighting the man. That's Mikey, fighting the man, fighting, pushing back against the system. Fucking hell. Yeah, Mikey fighting against a system that actually feeds and supports him. Fucking weird. Like, literally biting the hand that feeds him. He tells people don't pay your taxes while he lives off other people's taxes. Fucking just the lunacy is just insane. And the man's just an absolute fucking moron. I mean, if I lived off freaking benefits and lived off freaking disability, the last thing we do is telling people to not pay your taxes. I mean, make sure to pay your taxes. Thanks a lot. And the last thing we do is trying to sue the authorities in the government who's freaking literally feeding me and housing me, for crying out loud. Holy shit. Mikey. Look, all you're gonna do is just gonna bring more and more trouble on yourself, buddy. And it's not going to turn out very well for you at all. No way, no how. But keep doing it. I look forward to looking at your watching your video tonight, because this is Tuesday, but I'll be putting this video later, and seeing how well that goes. And hopefully it's just as funny as I think it's going to be, because it's going to be freaking comedy and internet gold, and be awesome content for me, that is. All right, thanks for watching. Don't forget, people, Earth's definitely a globe. Space is real. Despite what Mikey says, because Mikey's an idiot. But don't forget, stay curious. Thanks for watching. See you again.